Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurhanisa Zakab Idrosman. I am a student from AT22628. Today I would like to present about the water movement in plant system. I will start with the introduction. Do you know what is a plant? A plant is a living thing that grows in the earth and has stem, leaf, and roots. A plant consists of two organ systems. The first one is a shoot system, which part above the ground, and the second one is the root system, which part below the ground. Plants need water for photosynthesis. Water is the most limiting abiotic, which is a non-living factor to plant growth and productivity. Water molecule is made up of two elements, which is hydrogen and oxygen. Each molecule of water is made up of two hydrogen atoms bonded to a single oxygen atom. Plants have two transport systems, which also called as a vascular system. The first one is xylem. Function of xylem is to transport water and minerals. Second one is the phloem. Function of phloem is to transport sugars and amino acids dissolved in water. The important vascular system of water movements in plant system is xylem. What is xylem? Xylem consists of cells which group to form continuous tube when they are alive. Once tube have formed, the xylem cells die to become hollow. This allows water to flow easily. Hollow tubes have a spiral thickening. Spiral thickening consists of a lignin, which is a substance that is deposited in a spiral pattern around the xylem tubes to make them extra strong and rigid. Xylem tissue transports water and mineral ions from the roots toward the leaf of the plant. The main factor that is responsible for the movement of water up the xylem from the roots to the leaf is mechanism of cohesion-tension theory. What is cohesion-tension theory? Theory that is used to explain the movement of water and minerals ions in plants. The movement of water through plants is a passive process which requires no energy input from the plants. Water can only move from the root toward the leaf of the plant. Water moves from the surrounding soil into the xylem by a process called osmosis. Water molecule can only move from the areas of high water concentration to areas of low water concentration. High water concentration is in soil and low water concentration in the roots. When water inside the plants, there are four main mechanisms which are responsible for transporting it from the xylem in the roots towards the leaf. The first mechanism is root pressure. The next one is adhesion, cohesion, and transpiration pull. The first one is the movement of water from soil to roots. Root hair is a long epidermal cell projecting up. The hair is an extension of the cell. The function of root hair cell is to increase the surface area for the roots for absorption of water and minerals ion. Cortical cell, which also called parenchymal cell, that are loosely arranged, and in between them there are intercellular spaces, and this layer represents the cortex. The other layer is known as endodermis. Between endodermis, there is something called Casparian strip. Then followed by the main vessel of this plant, which is the xylem. Soil particles are covered by a thin layer of water, which is a more hypertonic as compared to the root hair cell. More hypertonic is a more water molecule, which is higher water potential. The water diffusion from the soil into the root hair down is the concentration gradient through a process known as osmosis. As the water moves into the root hair cell, the solution inside the root hair cell becomes more valued, which is a more hypertonic with higher water potential. So, the water will move from the root hair cell into adjacent root cell, which is more hypertonic. There is now a concentration gradient between the root hair cell and the adjacent root cell, which is a more hypertonic. Water will move from the root hair cell into adjacent root cell by osmosis. This pattern will continue until the water reaches the xylem vessels within the root. The next one is the movement of water along xylem. Water can move continuously upward in the xylem because of two properties of the water molecule. The first one is the cohesion force, which is an attraction between water molecules. The force will keep the water molecule together. The second one is the de-adhesion force, which is the force between water molecule and the walls of the xylem. It will allow the water to stick to the wall of the xylem and known as capillary action. By using capillary action, the water is able to crawl up a narrow tube. Therefore, the plant can force the water up from the roots to the stem, and the rest of the plant is continual stream. The last part is the movement of water from leaf to atmosphere. There is different layers of cell in the leaves. On top is upper layer epidermis, followed by mesophyll cells, which are known as parenchyma cells. The next one is a spongy mesophyll cell, which is loosely arranged. In between spongy mesophyll cells, there are plenty of air spaces. The next one is a lower epidermis, which is the important structure, consists of a small opening called stoma. During the day, heat from the sun will cause water to evaporate from the walls of the spongy mesophyll cell, and this water vapor will accumulate in the air spaces in between the cells. The water vapor will diffuse out of the leaf through the stomata into the atmosphere by the process called diffusion. The combination of these two processes is known as transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration is a loss of water vapor from the leaf into atmosphere. Here we come up with a conclusion. We as a human often overlook the value of plants and take it for granted. Plants and trees may appear insignificant to us on a daily basis, but they are critical to life and our long-term survival. We rely on plants for foods, water, medicine, the air we breathe, habitat, climate, and many other things. Plants play a critical role in providing habitat for a wide range of organisms. The value of plants in daily life cannot be overstated. They give oxygen, food, shelter, shade, and a variety of other services. Here's a few references in which websites that I visit in order to complete my assignment. That's all from me. Thank you and have a nice day.